It's week 7 of the NFL, and we've got Khalil Mack. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front 7. It's the Chargers and the Cardinals on Monday Night Prime Time.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one.
Matt Prater has been around a long time. We'll get us started here. And off we go here on Monday night. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season now, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
He told us the other day, he was very honest. He said, when I got into the locker room, it was a little bit of a bittersweet feeling. Now, ultimately, we got the job done, and for that, I was thrilled. But I know I put the team in a lot of tough situations due to my decision-making. He's going to have to be better here today. If this team is going to reach their full potential, he knows he has to clean up a lot of those mistakes. Now, fortunately, he's got a chance to do so here. And if he's able to protect the football while maintaining that aggressive approach, we could see him come out on top again in this one.
The first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Quentin Jefferson there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. To throw is Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Charger first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Herbert now on 1st down. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Shotgun now for Herbert. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Cardinals come out. They're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, first overall pick in 2019. Wows you with those highlight plays over the years. Off the injury, Greg, the Cardinals quarterback, is once again the exciting Kyler Murray.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Second down and 8. They'll go right back to Conner. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. A gain there of 10 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. At the Chargers' 48-yard line. Running here is Conner. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here now, 3rd and 5. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Ladd McConkey deep for the Chargers. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. From the gun, it's Herbert. That finds Nakua along the sideline. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down. Now, Jonathan Gannon not sure here about that call, and he wants them to take another look. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Throwing on first down is Herbert. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Herbert. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Javonte Williams. Touchdown Chargers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Carter on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Chargers out to the early lead. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground, this is Williams. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the 1st down. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
First down, it is Williams. Strong running there, inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. They motion the slot man left. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. A gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. The motion man is Nakua. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will open up a 13-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Chargers have it. First and 10. They run over center with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Throwing, Herbert. Good blocking, and he's in. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Carter on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Murray. He fumbled the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. They go play action with Murray. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. The motion man is Nakua. Play action now. It's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
And the Chargers first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now it's Herbert. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. The motion man is Nakua. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be third down. Here's Herbert. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got him. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. The throw on the run is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again, Herbert. Nakua snags it over the middle. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Slot man in motion right. Herbert to throw on 3rd. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Jackson.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Cardinals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and the big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kirk Cousins, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Tip Ryman, the tight end, was the intended target. It's second down. Murray. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Herbert now on first down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll look to pick this up. 3rd and a yard. On the carry, it's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On the option, here's Williams. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Below Nichols there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Johnston motioning over. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Johnston. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chargers.
Slot man in motion left. Herbert now on first down. He's got it inside the 5. And the Chargers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw, it's Herbert. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here's a designed run. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush, having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner. They're able to stop him short of the first down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. That is caught, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Murray. He finds his man. It's Dortch. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Connor from out of the pistol. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd down, Murray. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Cardinals line up for a punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to tuck it and go. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go again with Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That's on the guard, Zion Johnson. Now it's Edwards. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Slot receiver headed right. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. A pitch comes to Williams. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
Wow, so they decide to challenge them on the ground on 3rd and goal, Mike, and this defense answered. I think the takeaway is pretty clear. Next time you found yourself down in this situation, you got to throw the ball.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. Before the kick, We get a timeout taken by the return team. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's going to run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Oh, they've left the tight end wide open in the middle of the field. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Again, it's Murray. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. So, after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Murray's going to throw again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the 4th. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. On the give, it's Williams. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from Glendale.